of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Cougars. Welcome to SCTV News for Thursday, November 7th. I'm Ian Mosqueda.
And I'm Alan Chavez. Congratulations to Cougar dancers for a great dance showcase last night. Our theater was packed for the first dance performance of the year. This show was called A Dance to Remember, and it featured performances from a variety of dance groups on campus. Both the dancers and audience were happy with the results.
I think we did really good. I think that everyone tried their best and did the best job they could have.
I think the dance went really nice. I had a lot of fun. There were some mistakes and we didn't make them up in the end. It was a good performance. We all got each other's back, so yeah.
Dry winds this week have caused a red flag warning for the area around Steele Canyon, meaning we're at increased risk of a wildfire. In fact, Steele Canyon already had a fire scare back in August, but you may not know that our campus played a key role in one of the largest fires in San Diego County history. Elias Orozco explains.
Recognize that mountain? That's right. It's one right across from Steele Canyon. You may remember the Anita fire back in August. However, that little fire was nothing compared to what happened to Steele in 2007.
It looked like a war zone. I mean, it really did. The sky was covered. Red, you had raining ashes everywhere. It's nothing like when you see a fire now. It's not just smoke in the air. This was, flames. They were just everywhere. Like a wall almost, you would say, of flames.
The 2007 Harris Fire was a raging, enormous wildfire that spread through southern San Diego County that lasted weeks. That's right, weeks.
At the time I lived in Hamul, the fire, it just seemed like any other fire. They were going to put it out, and it just never, it just kept going and growing and getting bigger. And then we got our evacuation notice. I recall the sheriff's office actually knocking on our doors and telling us, we have to leave now.
Many evacuees at the time didn't have places to go, but thankfully, evacuation centers like Steele Canyon High School were there to help.
When the fire started, our school was an evacuation center for the surrounding community. We had some community members who had trailers or motorhomes who were able to park in the back parking lot. And so some people were sleeping in their trailers or motorhomes. But we also had cots set up in the gym. And there were lots of people sleeping. They were pretty close together. People had brought their pets with them. So people had their dogs and their cats. And it was really, it was scary, and I know we had a lot of families affected by it.
Despite all the chaos though, Steele did get to meet some pretty famous people, such as the governor of California at the time, Arnold Schwarzenegger, famous renowned movie star in movies such as Total Recall, Pumping Iron, and his most famous, The Terminator.
The governor of California at the time had a personal visit here with all the people, and so that was Governor Schwarzenegger at the time. So Arnold Schwarzenegger was here, our principal was here, there's photos with them.
So we know Steele has had a history with wildfires. But what's our plan for future wildfires? Are we currently safe right now?
We're in a community that is prone to wildfires. So if the fire is so close that the school is not safe, then we would evacuate. From there, we're listening to first responders. We're listening to the fire department. We're listening to law enforcement and trying to get an understanding of how we should best respond. And in the meantime, while we are waiting direction from them, we're utilizing our resources and calling our evacuation centers. If we're going to evacuate, our first evacuation center would be at the YMCA.
For SCTV News, I'm Elias Orozco.
You're invited to check out today's meeting of the Biology Olympiad Club. Club members will be in room D103 at lunch. The club hopes to participate in the biology competition this spring, so stop by room D103 and check it out at lunch today.
The last Powder Puff meeting of the week is today. If you're a junior interested in playing this year's Powder Puff game, or if you're interested in coaching, please attend a meeting today at lunch in room K112.
The fall sports season is wrapping up on campus and several Cougar athletes stood out. And this morning, we've learned the two latest athletes of the month. They are tennis player Samantha Sikorsky and football player Jaden Manley.
It was so awesome. I was very happy, especially as an O-lineman, to get recognized. It was awesome. I was so glad to get it. Well, I mean, you perform during the season, but it's all off-season, working all off-season. And then when you get into the season, going 100% on every play and not taking anything for granted.
That's all the news we have for you today. Have a great week. Rah, rah, Cougars.
Cougar Pride.
Get some.